Despite the legal troubles of two people at the Idaho Aquarium, the place is still open and the animals there are still there for everyone to see, sometimes when you're not even at the aquarium.
That's right. Think back to elementary school and field trips, maybe some of the first things that come to mind. But with tight school budgets and high costs, those trips aren't always feasible anymore.
Yeah, that's why the aquarium is reversing the roles, taking trips to Treasure Valley schools.
This isn't a typical biology lesson for these Washington Elementary School first graders, and the animal in this tank isn't a common classroom pet.
A little pink worm thing, like this long, and it has little looking like whiskered things on each side.
That pink thing everyone's craning their necks to see is an unborn shark in the classroom.
I think every class is a little envious that we have a shark in our room.
It all started when James Welker's family visited the Idaho Aquarium and heard about the possibility of raising a real live shark egg at school. James' teacher, Nancy Neely, immediately knew it was a good idea. But the class had to provide a tank, a pump, a heater, and a thermometer, things you don't find just sitting around at school.
As a class, they had to decide where the money was going to come from, their piggy banks, their parents, or would they raise it?
The kids went with the latter idea. With a quick toy yard sale and bake sale after school, they raked in $355 in 15 minutes. Marine biologist Nathan Hall brought in the fragile egg with gallons of salt water for the new tank.
That's just creepy.
Some of these kids have never been to the ocean before, never seen or touched a shark before in their life, so this is a pretty unique opportunity.
As the little pink worm thing develops, Hall's been making visits to check on the egg, and now the first graders are little experts, telling even the older grades all about their shark.
It has become a part of what we've been doing and talking about and learning about.
I like looking at it, and I like to know that I did the work to bring it in.
And who knows, maybe the baby shark likes to look at the kids, too.
Yeah, and so far more than a dozen school classes have had a shark egg from the Idaho Aquarium in their classrooms. Once they hatch, the fish are placed in nursery tanks at the aquarium, and they eventually become part of the exhibits. And speaking of the aquarium, we do have marine biologist Nathan Hall, whom you saw in that story there, joining us this morning to kind of check out a little bit more of what's going on. Pretty cool stuff. I know you've been...
Very cool. I've been really into this. Well, this is the first time I've seen, I'm just like those little kids, this is the first time I've seen something like this as well. So Nathan, tell us what exactly you brought for us today.
Yeah, so I brought some of the sharks that we have from the Idaho Aquarium. I've got two different stages of sharks at this point. I've actually got a small white-spotted bamboo shark kind of in the tank, actually the one on the stand right in front, kind of pushing his head out just a little bit. Okay. I'll have to move him back in there because he's not quite ready to come out yet. So I cut his window in there about 2 months ago. Cut a window with a pair of scissors and then put a piece of plastic, basically a Ziploc bag, and super glued it on the outside.
And you did that at this classroom as well. We've got video of this. This is one of the demonstrations that the kids were really excited for, right? Tell us more about what you're doing here.
Yeah, so I'm basically punching a small hole inside the tank there, or inside to the egg case, and I'm doing it safely enough so I'm not hitting the shark. And I'm always keeping an eye out for where the shark is inside the egg case.
Because you can see his shape and shadow kind of move around through the shell.
If you look closely, yeah, right here in studio, we can see it. It's really cool.
Yeah, and so I just keep an eye out for him and try to get on opposite sides of the shark as I move the egg around in there.
And is that just super glue that you're using then?
Yep.
Literally super glue?
Literally super glue. I dry off on the corner and then add the piece of plastic to the edge and then seal it up on all four sides and just make sure it's nice and sealed up.
Amazing.
And then it's good to go.
And how long will these guys spend inside their eggs?
4 months usually, yeah. The one on the front is about a month old, and this one is got about 2 weeks left to go before it hatches out, if not today.
And of course, he's got a window, like you can see. Of course, that's just so that people can get a better view of those sharks still developing before they actually hatch. And you have those on display with the windows at the aquarium as well,
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. And I do go back and check with each of the schools about every 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks or so, and answer questions with the kids and teach them about just sharks and amazing development of these amazing animals.
Well, you brought up a great point. A lot of these kids, A, probably haven't been to the ocean, and B, I mean, I've never seen something like this up close either. So what a great experience, Nathan. That's so cool.
And you can tell the kids really like it there at school as well. So thanks so much for giving us a little field trip and bringing the sharks in today as well. You can see those at the Idaho Aquarium. All right.